Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maria and I work for Oxford Direct Services, helping deliver the waste city. Sorry, I apologise. Oxford is an interesting city in regards to what we do with our waste. We are a collection authority and we collect the waste from houses and we take it to a disposal point, which is given to us or we're directed by the County Council. So we work in partnership with them, and one thing I'm really pleased to tell you about is we're actually reforming the waste partnership within Oxfordshire to make sure that we are working together and to treat waste more as a resource rather than something that we just get rid of and dispose of. So in Oxford, we've got nearly 65,000 properties that we collect waste from every week. We run our collection service 4 days a week. Mondays we don't service them, but we run commercial collections for recycling and for food waste. Just to pick up on a couple of the points that Truan's mentioned, we have food waste collections from every property in the city, or everybody has access to that food waste collection. But ideally we wouldn't be collecting it, we would be reducing it. There are other means and other places that this good quality food could be going to good use. Within the residual waste bin, so your green bin at home, we did a bit of an audit of a section of bins around the city, and there's still 30% food waste going into those bins. The other place it's going is in the recycling bin. So we have a real problem with people putting the wrong things in their household recycling bins at home. Now we've got a fairly comprehensive system. We do collect everything mixed together, but that sometimes gives us a bit more of a problem because people aren't sure necessarily of what type of packaging, what type of plastic, which bin does it go in. And each city or each town, each district does something a little bit different. So the new waste and resource strategy that DEFRA published is looking to try and get some consistency going in household waste collections. Now that's quite important for a city like Oxford with the population turnover that we have. So 25%, give or take, every year turnover within our city. A high proportion of those being students. So we have a constant educational programme to get to people to make sure they know how to use the bins properly. But I tend to agree with True, and we're doing a bit more too far down the line. We need to be looking at reducing it, reusing it, and finding alternative methods for these valuable resources. The other thing I wanted to mention is around how we collect waste in the city or recycling. We send very big trucks around the city. They do about 3 miles to the gallon. Each bin is collected by a different vehicle coming around to collect whatever bin it is on that day. So they do about 50 miles each day. So there is a bit of a concern around that and the implication of managing waste. Each vehicle has in-cab technology, so they've all got computers on, so we know where they are, what the guys are doing, they're recording the information, they know what streets and things that they're going on. So there is the technology available for us to start measuring a little bit more if we needed to. We could consider the charging per bin, charging per weight, but actually is that the right thing to be doing within the city? Should we restrict the sizes of the bins that we collect? Do we give everybody the same? Is everybody the same? Do we all consume the same? We have a large amount of houses in multiple occupation. We have an awful amount of communal properties. So there's a lot of other factors to consider when you're kind of addressing the two questions that you're going to be considering over this weekend and the next. That's it from me, and then I look forward to any more questions later.